Welcome back. Mickey Nettles joining us on the show from Kamloops Fitness. She just finished a workout and she's positively glowing right now. Yeah. What were you doing? Was it weights or running or what?
A bit of both, yeah.
Good for you. Good. We're talking about fitness, fertility, and emotional health.
Yeah, well, that's one of my other specialties. That was actually one of my first. I mean, having 4 kids, a little bit of an expert.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
No, teasing aside. Actually, I've helped lots of couples with having problems trying to get pregnant in that sense. So before you're going into a big medical expense, there are things that you can do to help yourself and get along that way.
Yes.
And especially nowadays, we're seeing a lot of people getting their careers first and then having their babies. So they're having it when they're a little bit older. So
and that's a challenge sometimes.
Yeah, so it can be a challenge a little bit. Stress is huge. Stress is a big thing. You got to try to get stress under control, okay? It affects the hypothalamus gland, and that's going to, that controls ovulation, fight or flight. You know, cortisol levels go, so your estrogen, progesterone, it's all over the place. So stress is big. Stress is big, right? It needs to be kept under control, more so for the women. And actually, no, I shouldn't say that because for the men too, right? Yeah, I mean, hormones are crazy, right? We all have hormones and cortisol levels and stuff, so they need to be under control. Also, ideal weight. Not ideal weight in the sense that you should be super fit or super, you know, or obese either, right? So for men, obesity can take down sperm count, obviously, and penetration levels and that kind of stuff. You know, deeper penetration, obviously, is better to get pregnant. And then if you're too thin, then again, the hormones aren't working properly, the fats and everything, right? Because fats control our hormones. So for women, I mean, the ideal range, they say, is about 25 to 30% to be within. And I would say actually on the 30% side, it just gives that little extra, but you don't have to be over or you don't have to be really, and I wouldn't want you really under that. Technical errors.
That's okay.
So I wouldn't really want you too much under that as well, again, because you've been, you know, too skinny. So in a good, like moderation, good fit, but not super skinny or obese on the other side. Some vitamins that are good for men. Zinc is very good. So the joke, you know, have some oysters and you know things can happen.
Right. I've heard that too.
There's actually some truth to that because of the zinc in it. So zinc and vitamin C are hugely important. So obviously, lots of fresh vegetables and fruits and that kind of things, right? So, so lots of things they can do. Bleaches our bodies are so sensitive, really, that are around us. What is our biggest organ? Our skin, right? So it's almost instinctual like animals. We're very sensitive to the environment around us. And like I say, especially having babies older, we're going to be that much more sensitive. Things are going to be starting to go away a little bit differently. So we want to be careful not to be using a lot of bleaches and chemicals and those kind of things. So eat as organic as you can. Use glass containers. Try not to use too much, it's a lot of chlorine in products too. Chlorine and bleach, right? So kind of the same there. But trying to stay away from that and use natural cleaners and that sort of stuff too. Absolutely. So a lot of these things, I know there's so much to talk about with it, and there's like a lot of things I do with people to help them in these areas. But just being aware of those kind of things can really help in that.
Absolutely.
So for women, there's some exercises you can do to bring blood flow to the area and that kind of stuff, and that is you know, in general, exercise, wide squats, sumo squats, those kind of things, and some really good relaxation exercises because we want nutrient-rich blood. There we go. Right. Slow down, Mick. Blood flow through the area in and out. So there is some really good stretches, and I think I sent some that we could probably put up that we can do. Yeah.
We have to quickly get out of this pretty quick, though.
We'll get quickly out of this. So that one's you can hold these for about 5-10 minutes. These stretches, okay, and just kegel in and out as you're doing it. And that's a wall.
This is against the wall.
This is against the wall. You wouldn't want to do this if you're having your period or anything menstruating, okay? And then you got your turtle pose and your child poses that you're gonna these next 2 ones.
And these are good for.
Yeah, these are good again for blood flow, pelvic area, and opening up the pelvis and just getting blood flow.
So have you helped people get pregnant?
Yeah, I've been 6 for 5, 5 out of 6.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Have they named their kids after you? I think that's awesome.
I don't know. Actually, no, not yet. Mickey's kind of a weird name.
But you know what? I think it's very cool that there are things that you can do outside of a doctor's office that can help just, you know, get things going.
Yes, it is. So it's very exciting. And there's probably more that help that I just haven't found out about, but it's been really neat. So
that's awesome, Mickey. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
If you have questions for Mickey on this topic or anything else, KamloopsFitCenter.com. We are back after a quick break. Stay with us.